Well, good morning, everyone. It is bright, sunny, and flippin' cold. I do work again tonight, so we still have a streak of working every day since December. Tonight is when I have to ask if I can work on Monday. If that happens, we'll have at least another week of working every day, which will get me a little bit closer to the goal. I am tired. Can't really tell from this, but we do not have a fogged windshield today. And we started right up. It is Sunday. I do want to go check on the Fiat. If it's above 70%, basically if it's 70% or higher, we're gonna leave it. But if it's below that, it's time to ride it and go get it charged up. Either outcome is fine with me. I also want to take that Dogma 4K out of the van and put it in my storage with the rest of my collection, and that way it won't get dinged up. And I want to pick up the last case of, there's not much we can do about this, but the last case of Supernatural box set, because when I'm done with this season, on the second case, the final and third case, we'll have the rest of the series on it. So I want to go ahead and be prepared, because I've been burning through them pretty well lately, because we got a really good amount of sun and our batteries are staying at 100%. So that's the plan for the time being. Catch up with you when we get there. Brand new. Yeah, that looks brand new, doesn't it? Oh, I'd love to have something like that. I mean, it looked like everybody else on the road, but I'd be okay with it. Now, I do like the way my Chevy van looks as far as the styling, but that bad boy's probably got some really good bells and whistles. Right, good sign. Battery's not completely dead if the door's unlocking. Oh, 66%. Yep, it's at 66%. So let me grab some stuff and we will go charge it. All right, told the kitty cats I see them in a little bit. And now we're going to go charge this bad boy up. And since we're going to be out and about, we might as well get some breakfast. I should probably go back after my inflator, because the tire warnings came on. But it's also 19 degrees out here right now, so I think once the tires warm up, it'll get back up to where it needs to be. They're down to 28 pounds. They're supposed to be at something like 32 or something like that. So I'm just going to risk it today. I got out and took a look at them. Looks like they're fine. Whew. I didn't bring my tripod thing, so I won't be able to get a better angle for you guys, to be honest with you. And away we go. Alright, so Arby's, I didn't know this, they don't just serve breakfast in the morning, so I'm getting a beef and cheddar. Pretty good.
73.
All right.
What kind of drink you said?
Coke, please.
Coke, okay. I was finna make a dad.
Uh-oh, nah.
You don't want no dad.
Not me. Oh, yes, please. Arby's sauce, please.
Okay. If you get a chance to do that survey for me, okay? Let me know how your visit was. Okay?
I'll do it. Thank you. We will definitely take that survey. Thank you very much. All right. Man, I love Arby's. I know a lot of people give Arby's hate. I am not one of those people. Even when I was a kid in the 80s. Even though I like the Happy Meal, I would always fight for us to go to Arby's. My whole family actually liked Arby's. But they usually picked McDonald's or Burger King as our fast food go-to when we lived in Kentucky. But every once in a while, I'd win and we get Arby's. All right. And if you follow the channel at all, especially when we're in the Fiat, this is a very familiar sight. Looks like a lucky day for us. Nobody's at the charge stations right now because it's 19 degrees outside. All right, let's go get hooked up. All right, the car is charging. And I just did my little YouTube short. Oh, well, not YouTube. Yeah, I just did my little short of the food. Service is always great. I love the downtown Arby's. Always have. My son and I would specifically go to that Arby's just because we know the service is always going to be great. There's a survey they want us to take, and I'm definitely going to take it. Curly fries. Woo! Curly fry down, but not down for long. That's the curly fry. And for a while, I got kind of sick of the curly fries because, you know, you used to have your choice. The choices are back. You can actually add a side now, too, instead. So, But Arby's definitely mastered the curly fry. Has that nice bit of seasoning and kind of like batter on the outside. Very potatoey. Borderlines on being onion ring like. Yeah. That's the stuff. But look, Arby's roast beef is like some of my favorite. And so, forgive me for how much has already been eaten. So that's what it looks like in there. This is Arby's half-pound roast beef and cheddar. Thin sliced, slow roasted. This one has the, I want to say it's a French dressing combined with the cheddar cheese sauce. On an onion roll. Every once in a while, I'll take a regular half-pound roast beef and I'll make it into something that isn't on their menu anymore. They used to have one called the super roast beef. And what made it super was it had some shredded lettuce and a thin sliced tomato. It definitely ups the game of the flavor. Coke check. That is a perfect Coke. Arby's nailed it. I love Arby's. If you don't, that's fine. I understand. I love Arby's. Sometimes I feel like they're a little priced out, but nowadays I think they're pretty much in line with everybody else. It's not out of the ordinary that I get 2 half-pound beef and cheddars and a nice large Coke. It was tempting today. So, it is cold. I am going to keep the heated seats on because that doesn't affect my charge. We're blinking on the 3rd bar. We got 5 bars to go. I'll show you what I mean. And since it's cold, it takes a little bit longer for this thing to charge. So I'm going to be here for a bit. And that's fine because I have some Arby's to eat, some videos to edit, and I have stuff I can stream. It'll be a good morning. Talk to you a little bit. Whew. It is cold, but we are charged up. Cost about $1.67 today. So, time to get out of here. All right, we have made it back to the storage unit, or storage place. I can't help but think that that's directed toward me. Up we go. Came back to the van to find this, so we're going to have to figure out how to fix up the little escape artist spot again. This is the second time this week she's done it. The only one that does it. Betty Grable. And she looks so innocent too, doesn't she? Here's where she's squeezing through at. You can see the little scratch marks right here. Now, to be fair, that's also when she went missing. That's also a way she found back into the back. So I can't complain too much, but I do have to figure out how to close this up a little better again. I know I say this every time, but I can't wait until I get the funds ahead so I can build my little shelving for this wall. But I've got my Supernatural. Now I just need to open up the 4K that I got yesterday, because I'm sending the digital code to my son so he can log it in and be able to watch it from there. Alright, that's all done. And I also got a fresh roll of toilet paper. So now let's get out of here. We're running out of time. I think it's almost 10 o'clock. Maybe a little bit later even. And I still got to go to the gym and get that shower in because they close early today. And I guess I got to figure out what to do about keeping old Grable in the back. She's a smart one. All right. We did our Sunday tradition. We got the car charged. Got to have a little bit of Arby's, which means I don't have to cook today. So the last of that ham can wait another day. I was gonna make a grilled ham and cheese. I had bought some cheese that was on rollback, and with my discount, it was under $2 for some slices of medium cheddar. So my back door started sliding open. We at least have one or two more meals we can do with that $11 pack of ham I got. That's nice, especially since I spent money on Arby's today. No regrets.
No regrets.
Picked up the last box of my Supernatural, so when I get done with the season I'm on now, we can move on to it. Probably drop that box off next week. Picked up a fresh roll of toilet paper, which it's never bad to have a fresh roll of TP. Had a nice little surprise where we came back to find Betty Grable curled up, just so innocent, in the front of the van. I mean, luckily, no one came by and called the police or something like that. Well, all right, we made it. Let's get to the gym. So yeah, you know, it was my cat. So when I'm not around, she kind of goes looking for me, and she does a little bit of a kind of a whimper meow until I come back. So gotta figure that out, which I will. All right, let's get to the gym. Well, I'm at Planet Fitness, but I'm getting here later than I usually do. And it's still January, so we got a lot of, you know, resolutionists, as I call them. So I'm a little concerned that it'll be too crowded in there compared to how when I usually go in. Oh, let's go ahead and park on the far end over here. Maybe we won't find a surprise Grable on our dashboard this time. All right, this is going to be a get in, shower, get out kind of situation. I'm not doing anything long and fluffy today. It's getting closer to my bedtime. I already had something to eat, so that's not a problem. can go in, use the facilities, take a shower, come back out. I guess we're going to park over at Winn-Dixie because this place closes at 7, and I don't want to be the only car in this lot when they close, and I don't want to travel too much further, and we already went to that other place, so I think that's what we'll do. I'll be back, everyone. Well, I am done with my shower. Again, it was just a quick soap up and shower. Unfortunately, and I'll insert the picture here because I had a different phone with me, found Grable on a dashboard again. So she has figured it out, and she is, I mean, she just looks straight at me like, hey, welcome back. And if it wasn't an issue, like in the summer it would be an issue, but if it wasn't an issue with law enforcement or something saying, oh, there's a cat in there, someone's called or whatever, I would not be concerned, because all she does is lay on this dashboard and soak up sun like a cat does. But you know what happened that time at that library? So that's what I got to figure out before I go to bed, which kind of sucks because technically, what is it? Let me see. Yeah, technically we've got an hour before I'm actually supposed to be trying to go to sleep, so let's go get parked and figure our stuff out. All right, we made it to Winn-Dixie. Not a lot of cars here for noonish. I'm on the very far end, so hopefully no one bothers us. I don't want to know what the noise back there was. Well, it's been interesting with the cats today. So we have Grable being an escape artist, and we have Waddles not wanting to listen. So he came bolting across the table, slipped, fell, but not before reaching for the water bowl that flipped over on top of him. So there's water all over the floor of the van. I think I kind of got a temporary fix for Grable's escape done today. I'll have to think about what I'm going to do about a permanent fix, and I have to do it soon. I'll be honest, I'm not in a bad mood or anything, but I'm a little bit tired. I'm not sleepy yet, but I don't feel like sitting back and watching any Supernatural, so I think I'll just watch something on my phone until I get tired. Cats are on a bit of a timeout, so they're not allowed to go to the cab today, and it warmed up out here, so it feels good in the back of the van. Whenever they get in trouble, they come and they lay on me. Bimo was just on me, now we got Happy. I mean, it's not really their fault. They just know I'm in a bad, like, I'm in a negative mood because I'm not wanting to play with them and stuff after all the stuff that's happened. Like, I've come and check on them and stuff, but I'm just laying in my bed, and they're all coming like, hey, like, there's this one. This is what you get. Everyone just walks all over you, and that's their way of saying, hey, everything okay? So I'll sit and eventually play with these little knuckleheads, because I can't be mad at them. It's not their fault. They're just little knuckleheads, aren't you? Little knuckleheads. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Your ears are cold, Waddles. Bimo. Give me some love, Bimo. Good girl. You'll probably hear it from me next when I'm getting ready for work. Good evening. It's after 9 o'clock. I slept really well. Turned the heater on and had it on for about 4 hours now. Feels good back here. Now tomorrow, the high is going to be 40 degrees and the low is going to be in the 20s. So it's going to be a cold one tomorrow. I'm pretty happy with this second 20-pound bottle because it's still running. I know we got to be getting pretty low and we might run out tomorrow. I don't know when we're going to run out. The gauge is in the yellow, so it won't be much longer. Especially right now, I'm running it on high for the cats. But considering we've had this bottle since before Christmas, I think we're getting about a month off of this bottle right now because we had so many little warm snaps. I'm pleasantly surprised. So if you guys are thinking about staying warm and you have a buddy heater, getting the Mr. Heater cord or hose adapter, and I recommend getting that gauge too. I'm going to throw those links in my profile for you guys too, in the description. I highly recommend it. It's really helped me for the winter. You know, before I was going through those 3-hour bottles, and that's fine if you're just trying to stay warm when it's time to sleep or something like that, or, you know, when you're in the back of the van. But this basically is almost like having a thermostat on in the house and just being able to stay warm when you need to. I know the cats appreciate it, especially when that 12-volt blanket went dead. All right, I'm dressed. Now I just need to go to the front, start the engine. I'm sure I have a fogged up windshield, and it's time to go to work. We are fogged up, but it's not really that bad. The engine started right up as well, so that's always a nice feeling. All right, everyone, I stopped at Circle K. Now I'm back. I'm at Walmart. Not without incident. I hit the brakes too hard, and a bottle slid and knocked the cat food and water bowl over that was on the floor. So I've got to mess the shop back and clean up, maybe at lunchtime. I'm going to refill the cat's water and then go inside, put my shoes on now. I've had an okay day. I hope that you've had a good one. Until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Hannibal, signing off.